the fact is that there are factors that are objectively not in Ukraine's favor, and most notorious of this is, of course, the fact, which is hard to conceal, that Ukrainians no longer want to fight because they don't see the reason why they should die for Western geopolitical interests and for this corrupt regime, which has monopolized power and which has done its best to deprive Ukrainians of the right to vote by canceling the elections and by stealing as much money as they can to ensure some safe havens in the aftermath somewhere in the US or in Europe. This is quite clear because this forced conscription on the ground is something that is hard to conceal, even with all the efforts of Ukrainian propaganda. There are more and more people posting videos about these conflicts between recruitment teams and potential conscripts. People don't want to fight, and it will not be changed by Tomahawks, by anything else. And this is a factor that can't be ignored. As far as Tomahawks are concerned, why I'm saying that this will be a radical shift? Because so far, President Trump was saying, it's not my war, I didn't start it, I want to end it, it's Biden's war, it's Europe's war, whoever's war. That was that were his speaking points until recent. And actually, he is trying to do his best at this stage to find some common ground, maybe trying to listen to both sides and to make his own conclusions, but there are objective limits of what we can conceal in terms of this kind of negotiations and this kind of diplomatic work. But the moment when he agrees and gives green light on the delivery of Tomahawks, it will mean two things. First of all, that it is becoming his war as well. It's not only Biden war, it will become a Trump's war as well. And it will be a deliberate decision to do so, because in order to launch a Tomahawk, it is needed to have infrastructure on the ground. And it is quite clear that in such a short period of time, it will not be possible to teach Ukrainians how to use it. And secondly, in order to use it, you need to have connections to the intelligence, to the data, which is not something that US is likely to entrust to Ukraine, given the fact that only a couple of US allies in Europe have access to these Tomahawks. So not everyone. It's hard to imagine that Ukrainians will be given this full control of this device. And in reality, it means that it will be Americans who push the button. It will be Americans who launch the missiles. And these Americans will report now not to Biden administration, but to Trump administration. And this is a big shift, which we will, of course, have to take into consideration in our future endeavors and in our future engagement on this or that problem, including first and foremost settlement of Ukrainian crisis. Second moment, which is also very important and many people underestimate it, is that Tomahawk is an old missile. President Trump admitted it. It was developed back in the USSR many years ago. It doesn't mean that it is not damaging. It can be damaging on the ground, but there are a lot of modern warfare that can easily undermine the potential effect of Tomahawks. But Tomahawks can carry nuclear warhead. And when a Tomahawk is launched, nobody can say for sure whether it is equipped with nuclear warhead or not. It means that in accordance to all the retaliation protocols, we should treat this missile as a nuclear missile, because we should have in mind the worst possible scenario, which implies, of course, enacting these parts of our nuclear doctrine, which we don't want to enable. And you can imagine what kind of consequences or repercussions such scenario could imply. And that's something that we try to tell the Americans, that these decisions, of course, brings us very close to the brink of a nuclear war.
Yeah, there's been many rounds of